Anyway, weapons. They are important if you want to defend yourself against someone who wants to slap you hard. And that is very important here at Semiwork, and especially important in our game Voidigo. And that's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about the weapons in Voidigo, so please check this out. Have you ever swung a sword? Or a sword? Or a sword? Or a turtle? The weapons in our game took a lot of time to make. So was it all really worth it?
Wow, you played a couple hours in this game, huh?
I played 520 hours.
Imagine if you put that much time into playing with your son.
Oh.
The weapons were a bit tricky because we kept adding more and more systems throughout the development.
The hardest part was making sure that the weapons and guns sounded like weapons and guns. And we used real guns. We didn't shoot them.
So like every time we added something, it would be like, wow, this is gonna be amazing. It's our first game. We're gonna show what we're capable of. This is a lot of weapons here. Like, actually, what the heck?
And there's a lot of work to balancing this many weapons.
I can't believe that all of these weapons have animations and sound.
Yeah, this is not okay.
If I came from the future and said, this is what you're gonna make, I would, what the hell?
Animation has been part of the core team's lives since childhood, and now it was time to put their skills to the test. But crafting unique animations for a whole arsenal in a game, that's a little too much work, but they did it anyways because, frankly, they didn't know better.
Like the whole choice of like taking on unique animations for every single weapon.
Did we get a little bit tired of that after a couple, maybe 50 weapons? Yeah, we kind of did, but we're also having these weapons with a lot of charm that might make the player smile.
That said, it's all those little touches, all those fine details that breathes life into a game. But will players even notice things like Starman's peculiar eating habits? I don't know.
Well, how could you ever do a banana splat weapon like this without beautiful stomach animations
And
like
also
this?
sound. Listen to this.
Yeah.
We're right on the edge of being
Too much.
too much.
It's funny though.
It is funny.
It's so funny.
It is pretty funny.
Basically, you get to a point in a game where you have so much content that you need to think about the scalability.
I don't know how they balance weapons in real life, do you know?
They go like, no, this weapon is too effective.
Oh yeah, Einstein said that in Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Einstein was like,
Very unbalanced.
For 1 second, the DPS is insane.
yeah.
So let's talk a bit about the sound effects, because we're not talking about 5 different gunshot sounds. There's way more to it.
Because it's over 10,000 individual sounds. The way we work is that we're working on this thing. And as we're working on this thing, I'm making the sounds for that thing. And it was like that all the time. It never felt like I was doing 10,000 sounds at once.
Robin did a really great job. Each weapon has its own distinctive sound and personality. It was important for us that, for example, a shotgun and a different shotgun would have their own separate feel to them.
If I would put the same shooting sound on like 5 guns, you would get bored. Like subconsciously, you would hear that and get bored. So I had to put the time in to really make everything unique.
A great example of the amount of work that went into the animation and sound for each weapon would be TV Girl. She even has her own weather forecast.
I remember when I got the concept for this, I remember thinking like, what the hell is this?
It's kind of problematic.
No, it's not problematic.
Okay.
In Voidigo, we made a leap of faith with our weapons, and as our budget shrank, we scrambled to get the word out.
Ruben, we have this much money left.
Oh, is this my paycheck?
What we wanted to do was just focus getting the game to 1.0 as soon as possible. But what happened was that we needed to start focusing on marketing while working on the game, and that was not fun at all.
Being able to get all these suggestions from people on TikTok or in the streams really helped out, just kind of giving us a prompt to start spitballing our ideas from.
Interacting with a community is always fun, especially if it's like in that way, where you can, like, not physically, but actually change something. It was really cool.
Your comment became an item in I Just Want a Duck.
We got millions of views and thousands of comments, and some of those people bought Voidigo, making it possible for us to just barely scrape by.
It sounds like a monkey. You heard?
Looking back, we feel that all that time was well spent. We're so proud of Voidigo, and even though it was a grind, it was a good grind.
I think weapon-wise, one of the biggest takeaways we got was not to try to solve everything with art, because art is very expensive. When you find yourself putting a lot of time into small details, take a step back and think, could I do this a little bit smarter? And looking back, I think we could. It's too late though, and I'm in my 30s.
So there you have it. There's tons of other weapons that you can play around with and swing and shoot in Voidigo, so please check the game out. I've put a link down below in the description to the Steam page, and also you might find another link down there that will lead you to our upcoming game called R.E.P.O that you definitely should go in and wishlist right away.
What is this thing?
No, that is my $1 million camera.
Yeah.
No. Oh my god, so boring. God damn it, robot.